Hello everyone, it's Marilyn here. Happy New Year, and I hope all of you had a wonderful Christmas time with your family. Well, Christmas was not fun for me. I had some health issues that's the reason I have been quiet all this time, but I'm back and I have a new video tutorial for all of you guys with a new January limited edition kit by My Creative Scrapbook. Let's get started. I'm using the 49 and market paper and elements to create this page. This is the wreath flower. These are from the Winds and Things layer die cut embellishment. You will receive 39 pieces in this kit. And once I adhere the wreath flower, I am giving texture around it with the stencil from the kit and modeling paste. And I'm going to continue applying the modeling paste with the spatula around the wreath. But let me tell you one thing that happened when I apply the all the textures. I use the heat tool to dry the modeling paste and I completely forgot that this wreath flower is from plastic, so I melt part of the flower. So I want to let you know my mistake, because if you are using the heat tool, be careful, because it can melt the flower very easily. Okay, I almost done here. I will add a little of textures around the bird cage here, and I think that once everything is done, here's when I use the heat tool. So I don't recommend you to use it. It's better to let it dry. Here is when I use the crackle paste. It is by Stamperia, and I apply in different areas around the wreath. I want to create different textures and around all these beautiful wreath flower here. And I apply with it's very easy. You just need to apply the crackle paste with the spatula in the area that you want. But let me tell you one tip: if you apply this paste in a thin layer, it will give you tiny crackles. But if you want big crackles, I recommend you to apply enough of this paste. And once I add all this paste, I will let it dry overnight. It's the best way that you can achieve a better effect with this crackle paste. Okay, everything is dry, and I started to apply now more texture, but this time I'm using cheesecloth, and I cut the cheesecloth in pieces and adhere around the the flowers. I am trying to follow all the circular shape and adhere all these textures, creating like a wreath with a lot of textures, flowers and branches. And other thing that I did is that, you see this cheesecloth, I painted with acrylic paint in beige color, ivory. It's not beige, it's ivory color, and I let it dry. It will make the cheesecloth very stiff, and I prefer in that way this material, because you can achieve create awesome texture when it is stiff. Here is the photo that I'm going to use, and I've adhered to a craft cardstock, and I will make my mat for this photo. I'm using the trimmer, and I will cut the cardstock, and once I have my photo, I'm going to adhere it in the center of the wreath But before I apply Distress Oxide Ink in Vintage Photo, adhere a piece of cardboard on the back and adhere in the center. Once I have the photo, I will start to add the different elements from from 49 at Market. Okay, and here's when I went crazy. Yes, I'm first. Let me tell you, I just push the lid of the Distress Oxide Ink over the mat, take a little paint, mix with water, and apply direct over the cheesecloth. And let me tell you, I'm applying now direct with the paintbrush, direct over the mat, the pad, and paint all the cheesecloth and all the area. And let me tell you what happened. When I start this page, I was thinking to create something very delicate in ivory and white. And I don't know when I I adhere the bird and I see the green color. Well, I actually I bought this Distress Oxide Ink recently, and I decided to try it. I never use it. You saw that is completely new, and I went crazy and immediately paint everything with this color that is very striking. As you see, is a neon color. So let's see what happened. I am painting everything direct with a paintbrush over all the area, but one thing that I noticed is that it turns too yellow for me. So I decided to mix with this raspberry color that is similar to the flowers in the wreath. So I start to adhere the raspberry color in creating some spot on over the paper and mixing or blending with the previous color with the green one to create you know, like to mix the both color to see what happens. So I decided to add more raspberry color because it was too striking the page right now, and I playing at this moment. I don't know what to expect. I just applying playing with the colors. I really love this process to add color and to see what happens. And I'm adding the raspberry in some areas to create like a fuchsia effect over the paper. So right now I am very I'm not making anything that I have on mine. But let me explain. Here is where I has the crackle paste, and I apply direct the paint over this area. And once you blend very well the ink here, you will see that the ink goes direct to all this crackle, and the effect looks very nice. Here I am adding the color in the sides to create a balance because all the color are in the left side of the paper. So I decided to add the same colors to the right and balance the page. You will see. Now I will add the chunky chunky, I say chunky, oh my gosh, the neon color to this side of the paper and create a balance. Here is difficult that you can see through the video, but this area has a lot of crackle, but tiny, and it looks nice with the green. Here's I am adding with a bottle spray water over all the distress paint, and with a paper towel I after a few seconds I absorb the excess of water, and it will create the oxide effect on the paper. It looks very nice because it's create more textures over all the work, but it's hard that you can see through the video right now, but I love the effect. And once I'm happy how everything look I decided to add white paint splatters, and I mix one part of white acrylic paint with one part of water and make the paint splatter over all the area. It gives it makes soft the area because it was too hard for me. But here is when decided to, it looks too yellow for me, so I take this other color and apply with the paintbrush. I will make the same effect and that I did before, and I paint all the cheesecloth and mix with the other colors with this green color. And I love how it looks when I apply this second color over the others, because it really looks too yellow. So I love more in this way. Here you can see how my page was. It has a lot of curves, so I took a 12 by 12 chipboard and I adhered double tape and adhere my page over the chipboard. I start with one side and carefully I'm going to adhere it to the chipboard. Be careful, because if you put the page over the chipboard, it can create bumps or bubbles, so in that way you avoid all these bumps in the paper. Now I take the other birds from the I forgot the name, from the Win and Things embellishment by 49 Markets, and adhere it to my page. I take this sticker and distress all the border. It will be my title. It is from the Crazy Craft sticker sheets that comes in the kit, and I here in this corner with a tree branch, and I'm going to add this cute little bird. I love these birds, are so cute, and some of the flowers here to cover this corner. And I play with the cheesecloth and put around the flowers, and I love how it looks. And now I decided to before I adhere the bird, add more color, and I'm using the raspberry Distress Oxide Ink, and I apply direct with the paintbrush over all this area, and I'm going to surround all the areas with the paint. Here is when I'm going to add more texture, and I'm using the 3D matte gel with some glass beads, and I'm going to adhere over the cheesecloth and just take my brush, take a little of gel and pick up some of the glass bead and adhere it over the cheesecloth and over the page in different areas. You can add the glass bead if you like with a spatula too. You should try what is easier for you. This is the easier way for me, so I prefer to use the paintbrush to apply the glass bead. Okay, I'm showing you just a part, because it takes a time to apply all the glass bead, and I don't want that the video takes too long, so I apply glass bead over all the page. Here's when I add some pearls with my hot glue. I add a few more pearls here and there, and to soften the page I decided to paint all the design, all the stencil design with my Sharpie. This is an oil marker, and I'm going to enhance all the stencil work with this marker. Now I'm going to use the metallic watercolors, spray water over the white color here, mix it, and with this watercolor I'm going to paint all the glass bead. I'm going to apply this to the glass bead. It creates a sparkling effect on the glass bead. I love how it looks, very delicate. And once I've done this, my page is finished, and I love the final result. Take a look at all these closer details. Well guys, I hope that you'll enjoy this video tutorial. Let me know if you like it with a thumbs up, and any question that you have, just let me know down below. I let you the links to my blog, social media, and to this kit in the description box. See you soon with other video tutorial. Nos vemos. Bye bye.